Yes, a very good afternoon to you tuned into UBC TV. We thank you so much for keeping it with us and welcome to UBC Lunchtime News this Tuesday, the 29th of August 2023. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Now, the Democratic Party has reacted to President Yoweri Museveni's decision of releasing some prisoners. The party has also asked the president to revise his view on the second-hand clothes importation. According to Ismail Kidia, the leader of the party's youth wing, UID, the president should give some more time to the second-hand clothes traders and consumers.
We have seen the President of the Republic of Uganda opening many factories of textile. But the question is, how many workers, Ugandan workers, are in those industries? Secondly, how many labor force can those industries consume after now banning the old clothes? In that case, therefore, let us mind about the Ugandans more than the investors. The textile industries, which are influencing the president to ban old clothes, can't consume all the people who are dealing in the old clothes. And we know very well that 90% of the workers of the textile industries in Uganda, they are occupied by the foreign investors. Then Ugandans only compete for 10% labor force, which is not really telling. Secondly, the raw materials like cotton to make new clothes is very minimal because Ugandans gave up on growing cotton. We are going to find time when these factories don't have actual raw materials and they will be importing them from outside the country. That means that actually there will be no supply of the clothes. Thirdly, the multinational organizations like UN, Red Cross, etc. always send old clothes to disaster and refugee countries. And Uganda is one of the countries which hosts the biggest number of refugees. How will you treat such clothes? Ladies and gentlemen, pardoning Ramafa is a disservice because such people serve as an example of the best in the civil service. But now, since now you have decided to pardon such people, you are now giving a leeway and room to other civil servants to do the same, because they know that they can be one time be pardoned by the President of the Republic of Uganda. Let people who are convicted on accounts of bribery and misuse of public office serve their sentence and they finish it.
We thank you so much for watching. We thank you so much for watching. It's UBC Lunchtime News. Now, the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the President, Haj Yunus Kakande, has tasked the district and city security committees in the Eastern region to intensify the fight against corruption. While opening a workshop for RDCs and their deputies, DSOs, RISOs at Wash and Wheels Hotel in Bali, Kakande explained that the government has initiated a number of programs that have been crippled by corrupt elements.
Okay, that these government programs are a success, especially this last one, the PDM. Because this one, it is even the manifesto. Come 2025-26, we'll have to explain to the people what has happened to that program. Has it succeeded? That is going to be a very key indicator as far as the success of the NRM government is concerned, and the president in particular.
While opening a 3-day workshop for RIDCs, DSOs, RSOs from Bugisu, Wikedi, and Sebei sub-region, the permanent secretary in the office of the president, Haj Yunus Kakande, called for community awareness and mindset change on government programs.
Make sure that you unite our communities. You unite our communities. Some of the districts here, there are a number of different ethnic groups, but in one district. Make sure that these people work together. It is possible they can work together, and you see the leaders who should help them.
Teamwork among leaders will ensure coexistence of different groups.
Continue working as a team. The security team led by the DSOs and RSOs, make sure that you stamp out some of the corruptions which is still lingering around.
To achieve the middle income status by 2040, government embarked on establishing industrial parks across the country that should be protected.
It was a big swamp up to Kamunkoli. Very big swamp with nothing. But I understand the president was here a week ago. He commissioned 15 factories. It has created 5,000 jobs for the young boys and girls who are in this region. So that is very crucial, is to make sure that you do what the Colonel said, mindset change.
We thank you so much for watching. Now, the High Court Criminal Division in Kampala has allowed the Directorate of Public Prosecution to take over a case filed against General Muhoozi Kainerugaba by City Lawyer Hassan Malema Birizi. In the ruling read by the Assistant Registrar of this court on behalf of Judge Michael Elubu, court was of the view that the Director of Public Prosecutions under Article 120 of the Constitution and in the Magistrates Act Section 34 can take over any case. Court also nullified the amendments made by Hassan Malema Birizi in the charge sheet by adding 7 other accused persons on grounds that he had no locus to amend the charge sheet since the file case was already taken up by the DPP's office. The complainant Malema Birizi has vowed to appeal against the ruling. In this matter, Hassan Malema Birizi is accusing General Muhoozi Kainerugaba for addressing a political rally at Kololo Independence Grounds before retiring from the army, which acts contravene the UPDF Act.
It is directed that the amended charge sheet filed on the 13th July 2023 was received in error and is accordingly struck out. The prosecution under the DPP shall proceed with the matter originally filed on the 11th November 2022.
This DPP has been in habit of taking over my cases and killing them by bringing a nori. Contrary to the Constitution and the constitutional provisions, the Constitution is so clear, you take over and continue. So far I have more than 3 cases where Abuda has taken over and this continued under her hand. The fresh one is Chagulanyi's case at LDC court. Everything was clear. Makerere University gave me certified copies of the academic records. They took over, they never came back to court. The time they came back to court, it was a withdrawal. So it is, the DPP's office has been used to abuse the process contrary to the Constitution. So if we cannot allow them to keep taking over our cases, and that this is a matter which the Constitutional Court noted in Kaihura's case, that the Constitution tells you to take over and continue. But you don't even call me to give evidence, if not even a single witness, because at least if a single witness appears and fail to get other witnesses, then you can understand. So we cannot allow them. That's why we are saying we are going to court of appeal, because the Ajalubu is contradicting himself. You cannot say in one issue that the matter is not amenable to revision. Then after that, but you go ahead and revise the record that the parties were illegally added, that I had no locus. They are serious matters. For example, what about fair hearing? If I file my case and I'm in prison, you claim to take over and you don't serve me. Yet the court order was the record was so clear that you serve the respondent. I mean, you serve the prosecutor.
That was in court. Away from court, since the reconsideration of freedom of worship Ugandans have taken good use of the space to worship the Most High. Besides the worship and prayer, the faithful of Zoe Ministries Uganda annually hold a celebration of their leader, Prophet Elvis Mbonye. During this year's celebration, they expect the worship community expects to host renowned world gospel artist Paul Wilbur, who will perform at their new Zoe grounds.
Since 2017, every 1st of September 2023, and this year is no different because he's a sign and a source of hope for the remnants and the international community and the Ugandans who listen to him on several media outlets. So on 1st September 2023, we shall be flying in an international gospel artist. He's very well known in Christian circles. He's called Paul Wilbur. He's authored and he's sung several great worship songs that are very well known to many Christians. So we are encouraging all Christians to come and celebrate together with us, together with Paul Wilbur, to celebrate the gift that Prophet Elvis Mbonye is to the nation. Some of the songs that Paul Wilbur has sung include Let the Weight of Your Glory Fall. So the remnant community, the Ugandans that love Prophet Elvis Mbonye, will be flying in Paul Wilbur together with his entourage on 1st September 2023. And this is not the first time that remnants are celebrating and making the prophet's heart happy, showing him how much they love him, how much they adore him by flying in an artist. Last year, 2022, the remnants flew in Micah Stampley and his entourage to celebrate Prophet Elvis Mbonye on 1st September 2022. So we are welcoming the whole world, Ugandans, and every person that loves Prophet Elvis Mbonye to come to the new Zoe grounds, plots 47, Chigolweza, along the Entebbe Express Highway, near Mirembe Villas, to celebrate the gift that Prophet Elvis Mbonye is to this nation and to the world. The reason we celebrate, like I've said, is because he's a beacon of hope, but also because of his prophecies. So I'll give an example, just one prophecy, for example. In December, precisely 6th December 2022, Prophet Elvis Mbonye gave a prophecy about Silicon Valley collapsing. A few months later, 6 months in particular, Silicon Valley Bank collapsed completely and closed. Now Silicon Valley Bank is a bank that supports tech startups globally. It collapsed, and so that was a sign of the beginning of the collapse of Silicon Valley, because those who are familiar with Silicon Valley.
We thank you so much for watching. It's UBC Lunchtime News. Let's take a short break. Keep it with us.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Kabode Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Kabode deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Kabode Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN. Regulated by UCC.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish Development Model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish Development Model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
Kangendeyo katikati.
Weda yangu. PDM, my parish, my development, my life. Upgrade your lifestyle with the all-new entry-loaded Chillax voice bundles. Now, call all networks in Uganda with Chillax voice bundles. Call all networks, no expiry, no worries. Dial *100 *1# and select call all networks. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Hello, darling.
Hi, Granny.
What did you do this weekend?
Well, on Friday, I went on a science trip with my classmates to Windy to see the gorillas.
Then we watched the Cup final in London.
Oh.
On Saturday, my friends and I met up to hunt some dragons again. Also, I taught the vacuum cleaner and the TV this new dance everyone's doing. They're really getting into it. And on Sunday, I went to bed watching the world from space. And you? Yeah, seriously, Granny.
With Airtel 5G's lightning-fast speed and seamless connectivity, you won't believe what's next.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Here is the 2023 musical launch of the year. 16th of September 2023, Kololo Ceremonial Grounds will be the only place to be, as the whole of Uganda will gather to witness the Museveni Awoma musical launch by Eman Sereko, also known as Munamasaka. Don't miss all your artists, comedians, stage and movie actors, members of parliament, ministers, leaders at different levels, led by the Right Honorable Premier Robin Nabanja. The chief guest of the day will be the one and only Sabalwanyi Jajamwami, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. All at a free entry at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds on the 16th of September 2023. Do not miss.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class, keep each other safe, and entertain ourselves. To do this smoothly, you need a reliable internet connection. Buy the MTN WakaNet router, which connects up to 32 devices and gets a free 40 GB data bundle at only 149,000 shillings. Or buy the MTN WakaNet MiFi at only 75,000 shillings and enjoy a free 15 GB bundle to stream, study, work, and play on the go. Visit any MTN service center to buy the MTN WakaNet router or MiFi and enjoy the internet that does amazing things.
Welcome back from the break. It's UBC Lunchtime News. Residents of Lango sub-region must embrace registering of their land to minimize conflicts in the area. According to the Ministry of Lands, most land conflicts are due to unregistered land, and only 22% of the land in Uganda is registered. The appeal was made during a Land Awareness Week in Lira City, as told here by a reporter.
Uganda is endowed with water resources and blessed with 2 rainy seasons every year. But effects of climate change remain imminent. This underscores the need to find alternative measures in the event of a worsened climatic situation. A group of climate-resilient farming champions have unveiled an irrigation initiative for the country.
This is a commercial solution, so it is the farmers and the farmer groups that will buy the equipment to do the irrigation, to raise the productivity, to earn the income.
The project increases sustainability of the smallholder food production system in Uganda through adoption of irrigation technology and climate adaptation practices.
We are providing the irrigation technologies, mainly the solar water pumping solutions that will be incorporated into these irrigation systems for the smallholder farmers.
The farmer raises a need depending on the light, the knowledge we have given them, and so they are able to make an order for what they want depending on the knowledge that we have given them.
The 3.5 years project is valued at $1.5 million.
And therefore access to irrigation is going to be a key factor moving forward, not just for the high value crops, but we may also need them in the lower value crops. But to begin with, the entry point is to be able to do planned production. So instead of just selling seasonally, you are able to produce all year round.
And in this project, we are in partnership with 3 other partners, 2 of them commercial partners that are providing the irrigation technologies, and the other 2 non-commercial partners are providing capacity building.
At least 12,000 small and medium-sized farmers across Uganda will benefit from the initiative. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Please, let's all join.
We apologize for that mix-up. That was our story about plans to avail water during shortages in schemes of irrigation, where Agriculture Technology Crusaders are coming up with an initiative. Let's now take you to our story of land, with an issue to do with land, where landowners, especially in Lira, were asked to register in order to curb the issue to do with conflicts.
Land Awareness Week for 2023 has been held in Lira City to equip residents with matters relating to land conflicts. During the event held at Lira City, the Acting Commissioner Land Administration from Ministry of Land decried the low rates of land registration that escalates conflicts among the public.
We have a target of at least 26% by the year 2030. We increase this percentage of title land. So the rest of the land, unfortunately, is not titled, and we are working very, very, very hard to ensure that we title this land and bring it under the land information system. Because most of the problems we have noticed on land, the land disputes, the land grabbing, is all associated with the land that is not titled. And so our major aim now is to secure this land, to put it in the land information system.
Mr. Onekwa urged the Lira residents to register their land and make sure people leave behind a will to avoid land conflicts.
So we have put rigorous checks and balances to ensure that fraud is detected. We have put in place a conveyor belt of a land transaction system where every stage is checked, starting from the physical planning, to the land officer, to the valuer, to the planners, and to make sure that at the time the title is issued, everything has been checked and there's no fraud in the chain.
District leaders of Lango sub-region say districts are almost losing land due to the lack of registered titles.
Sub-counties have accessed such titles. Others are still before the land board that are being handled. But that one can help in future in sorting out land dispute, because if you have land document, it's easier to help and also for justice.
A land tenure system, but we want to improve it. How? We urging our people that even if you're having the customary land, but you need to have a certificate of customary ownership so that it shows legally that you own the land. Then too, for people who can afford the titles, is well and good.
Other factors escalating land conflicts in Lango are domestic violence, high unemployment, communal land ownership system.
Those who want to know or they are having issues on their land, we have the Land Rights Support Center. Everywhere we are going to be as SAF Uganda, with the legal team manning it.
The 7th Land Awareness Week is on the theme promoting land rights and inclusion for enhanced production. Justin Nakami, Philip Aguta, UBC News.
President Yoweri Museveni and First Lady Janet Museveni laid a wreath on the grave of the late Canon Constance Kabonero at Ibare in Tungamo district. During the ceremony, the President and First Lady commiserated with the family of the late Kabonero, who died on the 30th of May 2023. That was at the late Kabonero's burial place. Now, Bishop Ibrahim Musinguzi of Uganda Pentecostal Churches has urged Christians in Kagadi to embrace government programs instead of only concentrating on prayers. The bishop made the remarks while officiating at the ordination ceremony of Pastor John Bosco Sempija as the Bunyoro Region Overseer at Nyanseke Pentecostal Church in Kagadi.
I'm here to declare to you, you need to embrace government programs. Go and be members in the parish model. Make those circles and other initiatives. Then when you do that and even you form those circles, they will be able to change the status from a person of a low profile to people who are reasonable and respected by God in the community.
And I'm very glad and excited. Today I've been installed and ordained as an overseer for Bunyoro sub-region, that is Chikube, Hoima, Masinda and Bulisa, Chiriandongo, those districts. I thank God for that mercy. It has not been easy, but the Lord has made it.
The message is the same which I give everywhere, the message of unity, the message of loving each other, and most importantly, the message of development. As I've said, we are going to put factories to ensure every family.
That brings us to the end of all we had for you this afternoon. Thanking you so much for watching. Of course, Newsroom is at work. We'll give you news in Kiswahili, Uganda, and of Roda Ngozi will be here with news tonight. So you have all the reasons to keep it with us. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Wishing you the best of the day. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend